at that. Yeah. Yeah. So we are cleaning up. This was done in 2014 for the first On the Wall festival. So people painted this one, but it's going to get painted over the next week. And the City Hall is done. Bye, City Hall. Thank you. Our piece is called Turtles Down by the Shore. And we are making a giant turtle. And we're going to subdivide it. And maybe I think we might do it in the sort of style of a painted turtle, maybe. Which is one of the turtles that are found right here at the harbor, Inner Harbor. But people will then have a chance to do an inside piece in whatever way they want. So I think it's going to be kind of a funky, crazy, sort of big, giant turtle. I like that.
So the Friends of Kingston Inner Harbor sponsored this event way back in 2014, and it was a little bit of a struggle because city staff and city council were not necessarily happy with the idea of street art in Kingston, partly because the Downtown Business Improvement Association did not approve of street art, thinking it much like tagging, and were very concerned that it would encourage more tagging on the buildings, which is a major concern for them.
But for, to have this platform to be able to give back to the community in that kind of way, like to be able to give graffiti in a positive kind of way with that kind of spin is pretty cool.
Council agreed to waive the graffiti bylaw for the year and allow artists, young artists and older artists, to have a whole week without fear of the police or fines to actually explore their work for a week on the wall. And it was great fun.
Yeah, so I'm thinking this is such a beautiful place where people come and hang out, they chill, look at the river, have a couple of cold ones. And I so was hoping that the text would be a part of their dreamscape as they spend time here. And over the days while I was here, a lot of people, tourists, go by and they're happy to see it happening. They love it. They think Kingston's great.
Well, all the on-the-wall artists are prepping their walls, and in this case, well on the way to finishing their walls. So it is the first day of the on-the-wall painting portion of the event. I think it's a great way to refresh this particular wall in the city, to showcase a lot of the city's great artists, and to really highlight this park as one of many of the city's great parks. Looking out over the Cat River, we've got part of the KMP Trail, the Woolen Mill. It's a great place to be.
Well, we were walking down here one day, and then just all the different styles all in one place along the whole wall. Went from dinosaurs to turtles to everything. It was just really it was like being in a museum, going to an art gallery. So I thought it was such a neat idea for the park. And so we came every day to watch them, and yeah, it's great. It's the biggest paintbrush I think I've ever used.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm trying to accomplish on there, on that wall. This is the first and only picture I've ever made. And Mary was a sweetheart and nice enough to let me do it on the wall. So this is a turtle, mud turtles. They're coming out of the ocean up to the light. See, they're down in all the darkness there, and they're mud turtles coming up to the surface, to the light.
It's hard to say what the right color is, but that isn't it. So that's a train built in Kingston by the Canadian Locomotive Works Kingston Division. It was made in 1878 and made it into Snow Road Station 1883. But if you look at the people who are sitting on it, and they're living back in logging country, and all they've seen is horses and oxen for power, and this thing comes in billowing smoke and spewing steam and an enormous noise, it had to be the same as us watching the space shuttle go up. I mean, there's no other way for them to perceive it. I would love to have been there and watched that reaction, so I'm trying to recreate that sensation here today.
I'm exploring currently how everybody's reality comes from the inside. So like, you manifest your own circumstances. Like, you can create your own reality, and that all comes from your inside thoughts, your inside being. And I also am trying to show through the use of color that everybody's insides are different. And it's just flowing with your own flow, I guess. So that's what I'm working on. This is my first large piece towards that concept, so we'll see how it develops.
Most murals are painted over or disappear. Because they're usually temporary. They're usually part of something that is going to change and transition into something else with time. And this is really frequently it's outside the artist's control. It has nothing to do with that.
It's neat. I think like anyone should be allowed to use it for creativity or whatever. There should be more stuff like this, like just free walls to kids can practice that kind of stuff without getting in trouble or whatever, you know. It'd be nice to see because it's not that bad of a thing for people to be doing. Expressing creativity, getting in touch with your creative side is always a good thing, I feel. So there needs to be more of this kind of stuff everywhere, especially like schools, stuff like that, you know.
I love history, but I probably wasn't so good at it back in high school. But I think just becoming an artist and doing what I do, it's really it's been a beautiful experience. Just learning about even this piece I'm going to be doing with Molly Brandt. Actually, that was brought up by Mary. I'm learning about someone I didn't really know, up until a few weeks ago. So, and she's just reading up on her and what can be found in the archives. She's a pretty remarkable woman.
I think the wall should be legal. I think it's a great way to showcase graffiti being used as a form of expression and in a beautiful way. I think that if there were more spots like this where, it's not considered vandalism, that would be a positive thing for people in the community. And this is a good start to start promoting that for sure.
Everyone angles their can away when they first start, and it's all about how close you can keep the nozzle at a consistent speed and rate will give you the more consistent of a line. When you first start, your lines will go in and out, in and out, in and out, all patchy, while see there's little variation between the thicknesses here. And that's what you want. It's the less you stop and start, the more consistent it is. That's why you always try to one pull a line. It's you'll get a bunch of angles. It won't be as smooth. You'll see the tick, right, where it came in.
Got a good steady hand.
Hopefully. See, I got caught on that. It's the second battle.
Yeah, you can't drag your hand against there either, because it's all
the surface.
Looking better than I thought they would.
Money. That's right. Oh boy. Look at you. There you go. You're natural.
Now, is there any special kind of paints?
Yeah, this is paint that's made specifically for painting on a wall. Here you go, Lula. This has a lot more pigment in it, so it's a much more saturated color. And also, you can tell Lucy's painting very close to the wall. It's low pressure. If you were to use Rust-Oleum or Trem Clad, and you got that close, it would all bounce back and you'd see a lot of overspray.
Because I do,
Is it stuck? Maybe your finger cut tight.
Yeah. I can do it.
And it might be gummed up.
Yeah.
It's okay. Try it again.
Maybe.
There you go.
painting the letters for Heart's School. It's for we're painting a mural for them, and it's to be a showcase wall for them on Saturday, and I won't be here, but I am a participant at the art studio. I do work there. I'm only there full day Thursdays, half day Wednesdays, but starting in September, I'm going to be going to the seniors workshop on Francis Street. I'm going to be carving in a wood carving course, and I'm going to be carving real animals out of wood.
I'm winging it. I have no plan. I'm just going with the flow and seeing how the piece develops.
Where we're illustrating something more Kingston oriented, which I really like. So we have the windmills on Wolf Island and some boats, and we're going to be adding a kite soon, and I think it's just really representative of like our whole city.
Yeah, and
it's
I
really
don't
fun.
know why we have those colors specifically there, but
Because
I
they're
really,
pretty.
They're pretty, but also Kaboom, like
so
is like
colorful,
as
yeah.
an after school program we do, and it's all kids there. Well, kids, teenagers there,
Yeah.
and so it's
And this is our section.
Yeah, it's teenagers who like
who are like
who do art.
and so
I think that you'll find that my piece will be very heartwarming. And I'll leave it at that, a little teaser.
I was, and I did, and I got really excited watching everybody do the walls. So I decided the next time they had the wall painting that I was going to paint a wall. I've never painted a wall before, so this is my first wall, and it's really big. It's bigger than I thought it would be. I painted the small painting for it, and now I have to blow it up like 100 times, I think. So it's kind of fun. I'm really excited about it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's great.
awesome.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
The North End is, as when I was growing up, was like maybe not the best neighborhood to be living in, and I think that every single step we make is positive. Like it's what we've done to this space, the murals. If we can start pushing up into the city more, that's even better. But that's in the future.
Yeah, we nailed those clouds.
Yeah, the clouds are the best part.
I can't tell you what an amazing event this is. You know, I really, really believe in the power of the arts and what that does for our community, and in the importance of having arts that are accessible to everyone, that are inclusive. And I think this is really the spirit behind this, to have so many different artists come and to be able to express and to be able to show their talents for everyone to enjoy. I think it's just absolutely fabulous. So we're certainly happy to support it, Mary. I know I speak for all of council when I say that, and you may know that we're working on a plan with our bylaws to be able to make something like this a permanent feature, and I would certainly support that, absolutely, 100%.
I can't say enough wonderful things about the leadership that we have seen through through Mary and Matt. This is amazing. Please, everyone, join me in a round of applause for Mary.
Yeah, we'll see you next month. See you in a little bit, Allison.
Look at this.
Can you say bye, Allison?
Shelter no more, no more, no more, no more, no more.
suck. Oh, the shirt, right.
You'll remember.
Have a
Thanks
great
for
day,
stopping by, guys. Yeah, have a great night.
Come on, Brian, we gotta go home. It's really soft.
So whenever you're ready, just try to let go and see how long you can search for. You can always re-grab back onto me. Nice. That was very awesome. Yeah. And then you can kind of.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
Yeah.
No, it's just not a permanent piece. So it'll be curious to see what happens to the painting as the seasons go by and as visitors to the park come by, and how people choose to add to the wall or take away from the wall, change it. The colors also some of the colors will fade, some will not. So just see how it evolves.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful day. It's been a pretty steady flow of people just coming through and relaxing in the park and enjoying themselves and sitting down and looking at this piece of art and that piece of art and doing a little bit of painting themselves or dancing or, sitting down at the poetry table or getting the kids involved, making little bunnies or all sorts of things. So I'm very happy with the fact. I love arts events where people actually participate and do things and don't just sit and be passive.